to Kitchen Jazz cooking videos. This is my first dessert video and today I am making choux pastry. So reading a choux pastry recipe for the first time, you may be rather daunted thinking it looks very complicated technically, but if you follow the recipe completely, you will see how easy it is with success and you wonder, why have I never made this before? Today I'm turning this pastry into some beautiful little crispy pastry parcels baked in the oven, cooled and filled with a ricotta cream that will be laced with vanilla, and then I'm going to dust those parcels with puffs of icing sugar. Call them cream puffs or profiteroles or just come to me mama. So I can't wait, my photographer can't wait, I can see him licking his lips. Let's start. Here's what you will need: 350 ml of room temperature water, 175 grams of unsalted butter. We'll need a pinch of salt, 250 grams of flour, and 4 large eggs, room temperature. So, medium-high heat, 350 ml of water, the butter, and now I have cubed it so that it melts quicker, and a large pinch of salt. And you might wonder why I have unsalted butter and then add salt. It's just so that I can regulate how much salt flavour there is. Now, medium-high heat, we want the butter to melt as the water is warming. You do not want to lose any of your liquid, so we'll bring it to the boil. The butter has melted, but we actually want it to come to a rolling boil before putting the flour in, but don't overboil because you will lose the liquid in evaporation. And there we go, we've got a rolling boil. We turn the heat off, take it off the heat, and add the flour all at once. And then stir, stir, stir as the flour absorbs the liquid. You see that I've collected all the flour from around the pan. It's ready to go back onto a medium-low heat for about a minute or so. By heating the flour, it allows the little starch molecules to absorb the water that's in the dough. And we don't want too much elasticity in the flour. Imagine a rubber band. As you pull and you let go, and it goes back down and deflates. Well, we want it to go up in the oven with the air and the water, but we don't want it to come back down again. So this ensures that, makes the dough stronger. So it'll only be a minute, minute and a half. And once you see that you have some starch sticking to the bottom of the pan, you know that it's ready. This is a lovely, nice, smooth dough. You don't want to fry it. Empty that into a clean, cool bowl. We want it to cool down before we add the eggs because we don't want the eggs to cook in there. So I'm just moving it around a little bit, allowing it to cool for a couple of minutes. While your dough is cooling, let's beat the eggs. You could say, let's get cracking. 2, 3. These are room temperature. If you've forgotten to take them out of the fridge in time, the tip is to pop them into a bowl with slightly warm water for about 5 minutes and they'll come to room temperature really quickly. So just a light whisk. We don't want to toughen the eggs, but it's just to make it easier to amalgamate with your dough. And that's all I'm going to do. I've left the dough for 5 minutes. There's no more steam. It's just slightly warm. And now we add a quarter of the mixture at a time, and this is to make sure that after each addition it is fully amalgamated. Now it looks like it's like a bit of a slimy mess at first and you think, oh no. Well look, honestly, dry those tears because it does all come together. Now once you see that it is incorporated, add your second lot and do the same. Last one goes in. You've had a little bit of a workout, but I do prefer to do it by hand. It's very easy to overbeat eggs with a mixer. Well, once they're overbeaten, they go quite tough. I have a disposable piping bag. Cut off the end. And a star-shaped nozzle. You can use a round one depending on the look. I just like the little curly waves. Okay, trick. Fold over the edge of the bag. That's so that it's easier to close up, it's not sticky. And I put it around my hand like so I can squeeze off the dough from the spoon. If you find that difficult, you can always put this into a glass and do it that way. So I'm using my hand, and as I put in each spoonful, I just like to squeeze it together and remove it off the spoon. So here we go. Place it down onto the tray, press and lift up. About 4 centimetres apart. You notice I'm just giving it a little dip before I pick it up. That's to release the dough. To even them out a little bit, I'm just going to wet my finger and just press down just that little bit. I don't want it too peaked at the top. If you have any of the egg left over in your bowl, you could also use that. And my gorgeous little puffs, you are going to go into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. We'll check after 25. Do not open the door before 25. To make our delectable ricotta cream. 250 grams of smooth ricotta. It's just blended normal ricotta, sometimes with a little bit of the whey as well, but it's just purely blended ricotta without the lumps. We have half a cup of cream. This is thickened cream. We have 2 heaped tablespoons of icing sugar. Now remember, there is no sugar in the actual pastry, so I'm adding it into the cream. And here I have some vanilla extract, which also has vanilla seeds in there from the bean. So about a teaspoon, that's concentrated extract. Oh, I do love vanilla. I actually even love doing that and that and that. It's really delicious. So I'm going to blend it together with my whisk. We're going to beat it together medium level for a couple of minutes. It's basically like you're whipping the cream, but you're also whipping the ricotta. You actually want to get the consistency like soft peaks. You want the consistency of soft peaks so that it keeps its shape inside the puff. Not too runny and not too hard. Oh, wow. Oh, hi. Okay. After about 25 minutes, they have puffed up beautifully, and I'm just going to cook them for another 2 minutes just to crisp them up that touch more. Hello, gorgeous! So what we're going to do now is just make a little slit in each one just to release the excess steam that we created in the middle, which made it rise. Ooh. Later on when they're cool, we're going to cut them in half, but I'm just putting a little slit in each one for now. And then onto the cooling rack. So, disposable piping bag again. I'm going to pop this one into a glass. And we'll put this beautiful ricotta cream in that we made earlier. Grab these little puffs and cut them in half. I use a serrated knife. Pipe this cream into the bottom and on. And then we keep on going. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to dust these puffs. Icing sugar, nice big sieve. And over it goes. Look at that beautiful dusting, gorgeous freshness, sweetness. And I'm quite generous because it looks so lovely like that. Love the icing sugar dust. Even like maybe if you've got a shiny nose, you can just sort of cut. And here we have my cream puffs. The French call them profiteroles, but profiteroles usually have either just whipped cream or ice cream. And I call these Come To Me Mama.